Afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday afternoon. My name is Mary Beth Fleming here, and I get the delight of hosting our Instagram Live today. We as a community come here every Monday, and we bring you interviews with people that are within this community that are doing really amazing things for their lives and for their communities. So welcome, Sarah. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you all for taking your time to come and be here with me today. So what are we going to talk about today? We are going to be talking about living the entrepreneurial lifestyle. So I'm getting weird notifications. Many of us who are in this community are entrepreneurs of many facets. We're artists, we're activists, some of us are athletes, some of us are naturopaths, some of us are creative engineers, all of the things. There's so much diversity within this community. And what most of us are doing within this community is finding multiple ways to create an income so that we can create that lifestyle of freedom that we so desire. So drop a 1 in the comments if you are here, if you are part of this community because you are creating freedom in your life. You are creating time freedom. You are creating location freedom. You are creating freedom to do the things that you love to do. And we are so very blessed because here at this community, we have all partnered with an organic superfood company that is allowing us to do those things. By having an online business, we can have time freedom. We can have location freedom. And the other aspect of it that's super important is that we can do work that is meaningful and purposeful to us. So drop a 2 in the comments if you want to do work that is meaningful, that is purposeful, that makes a positive impact in the world. So yes, I'm seeing lots of 1s and I'm seeing lots of 2s. So if you care about health and wellness and wealthness, you are in the right place. And I'm so glad that you're deciding to join us for this interview today because I am going to be interviewing a dear friend and colleague who is also a partner with this organic superfood company, but she's also an entrepreneur for I would say probably 20, 30 years. She is an individual who is very dedicated to these topics and these values of time freedom, location freedom, living a very impactful existence, and helping people live their best lives. And she is one individual that very much inspires me because she is figuring out multiple ways to create income streams that allow her to live a very purposeful life. And Purium has fallen into her life in the last year and has been one of the elements that have really allowed her to do so. So I'm going to bring Miss Laura Guccione on and we are just going to talk entrepreneurial talk. And for those of you that are just joining us, thank you for being here. I know that time is a very valuable resource and I appreciate you being here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on Laura Guccione without further ado so we can get some entrepreneurial tips from her and learn how she's creating that freedom lifestyle. So let's see, sending the little request now. Hi, Lorena. There she is. Hi. Hi, Guccione.
How's my lighting?
It's great.
Okay,
Yeah.
terrific.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. And I was just, the theme of today's interview is how to create multiple streams of income as an entrepreneur and how to really live that freedom lifestyle that is very impactful and purposeful. And you are someone that does that so well. So I would love for you to just introduce, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you've been doing for the past 20 plus years.
Thank you, Mary. I'd love to. I'm Laura Guccione, and when I was listening to you talk, I started thinking about the mountain biking guidebooks that I used to write. And one of the reasons I did that was because all I wanted to do in the winter was ski, and I wanted to travel around and ride my bikes in the summer. So I wrote mountain biking guidebooks and then realized I could make money selling ads for them. And I would sell a couple thousand a year. And especially then in my life, it was just me. That was enough to live on. And it was wonderful. And I did that for several years. And then my husband and I drove across country and the drive was awful. And I created a back support called Yoga Wrap Spine Support that I patented and I marketed for several years. My highest rate was about 8,000 units a year. And I read the book, The 4-Hour Work Week. And I did everything he said to do and automated the systems that are available through using a fulfillment house and using top-notch SEO optimization words. And that's how we can market efficiently. And of course, using a lot of social media. And then I was always at the computer with that, but it was never quite enough to sustain my family. And a dear friend made me an offer I couldn't refuse, which was to get my real estate license for a third time, actually, if I would work in her office. And I did this, and it really filled the void of being in touch with people again and using my knowledge of this valley so well. And it also brought in another good income. And I enjoy that tremendously. However, real estate, you make a deal and then you might not make a deal for several months. So to rely on that takes a lot of years and a lot of inventory in customers as well as homes, which there isn't always that. So I was so turned on by my health transformation, which was not, and I was never ill, it wasn't a big leap. It was very internal for my mental clarity because I've always been super active. I've tried to eat organic. Now I've realized the value even more, 100%. But I got turned on to the core four for a rash and realized how important this message is. And beyond the income and the work, I've taken Purium on as my beautiful business because I want to help get the word out of how important it is to detox our body. I have too many friends dying and sick with cancer. I'm so over that. And I also think it's so unfair that we don't get proper nutrition from our food in the grocery store. And to not realize that and try to live with a blind eye is not loving or smart. And those are two values that I have to carry. And so this business I'm most excited about right now too, because this message is so important to get out and to get the carbon absorption message out. And I love the marketing direction that I've come with that as well. But having those three streams of income though, we're going to get by. I have a daughter that goes to a boarding school and another one moving to college. You know, I have to have an income coming in. Mm-hmm. So I can't rely on just one. And I hate to say this, but I'm old enough to remember. I can remember being on a plane going to Tokyo, going to Japan and landing in Tokyo, and the internet was just coming out. It was 1990. And all of these people became friends who had been with these companies forever. Like, I can freelance. I can do my own thing because of the internet. Mm-hmm. And I think it's kind of cool that I'm old enough to remember what it was like before then. But marketing is such a wonderful, fun thing to do. And we can really put our passions and our values and our personalities in with that because of the internet. I love that. And I'm getting, the other value of getting older is realizing that our life is meant to serve a purpose. And I so love my planet Earth. And I so love people. I mean, Jean and I were at a beach, and I was just like looking at all these people. I said, she's right here. I said, I love people. And she said, I do too. and I feel that way when I'm at concerts too. I love people, and I want people to be healthy. So this is an important message to share. And I get all these fun new ways to do it because of the internet. Like this. How awesome is this?
Yeah, I love that you bring that up, Gooch, because I saw a quote the other day that was like, if you're not making money off the internet's making money off you.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's such an amazing resource. We can work from anywhere. I see you always working out in the forest like you are now, like just doing videos and doing creative marketing strategies. And you're a very well-versed entrepreneur. You've done lots of entrepreneurial endeavors. And so I'm curious, from your point of view and from your years of wisdom, how is Purium different different? And how is being part of this social sharing economy where we have a referral program, but we also have a program where you can build a community and build a team and really create residual income here by helping people get healthy? And I'm curious what it like what lights you up about that, and what have you experienced within this community that's been different than your solo entrepreneur journeys? Does that make sense?
How much time do I have? Because
Go
that
for
is such a huge topic. Every dime that I made from being in all of the wholesale, the natural grocers, and all of the yoga journal shows that I traveled to, and all of the Mother Earth News fairs that I traveled to, every dime seemed to have to go back into inventory, because the more I sold, the more I had to produce. And the amount of energy, money, and time that takes to coordinate 8,000 units that have 3 different moving parts is enormous. So to not have to worry about if I'm running out of a certain product, yeah, that is heaven. And the other thing I got to tell you is I know what it's like to come up with a brand and to have marketing coaching. I think that's the marketing coaching with this business is so fantastic. So I can't even praise that enough. But that right there, but the direction, when you're in business for yourself, you can follow other people because success leaves clues, but doing your own thing, you're the one that's finding the problems. You're the one that's finding out if it's not working and how to do that. And to have the marketing direction that we get is phenomenal, because you get it from the back end office, you get it from the front end office, and then you get I'm going to take you by the hand and show you the steps on how to implement this marketing platform.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that right there is enormous. I mean, those 2 things, and then not have to think about packaging. I am so grateful that they care enough, that Purium cares enough not to have plastic in packaging. Oh, geez, that right there is phenomenal. And same with real estate. Real estate is a static inventory. You know, the cost of building, I live in Crested Butte, the cost of building is almost embarrassing. And I feel such a fairness with the product because it has helped me so much. I believe in every single one of the products. Mm-hmm. Even though I haven't used every single one, I know they come from the optimal, regenerative, nutrient-rich soil. That's so important. I know that they've been tested 3 times before they ever come to me. Mm-hmm. No one's trying to pull a wool over my eye with words like natural. If it's not certified organic, it's not certified organic. The word organic can be very misleading, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. You know what that word is? It's called integrity. Mm-hmm. And I have integrity in my belief in this business. So it has to be this good.
Mm-hmm. Well put. And you are one of the people I know of most integrity. You just really live your life. You're one of those who walks their talk, should I say. You live with integrity. You are promoting a healthy lifestyle, and you're living the healthy lifestyle, and I would love for people to hear a little bit of background. When you first found Purium, you were a customer. I remember you were one of my first customers, actually. And it took a while for me to even start to explain to you, oh, there's a business opportunity here as well, Gooch. And I'm curious, what has changed for you from just being a customer to now really seeing and trying to make this more of a full-time income stream for you? What's changed since you first found Purium?
What's changed in my regards to the company?
Yeah, and in just your understanding of how this can really be a sustainable business for someone, not just I mean, people do it. I mean, I remember in the beginning you were sharing very authentically and organically, like, hey, I'm drinking steak, it's so good, and I'm feeling really good. And now I see you really out there, like, really people make a transformation in their health, and then also bringing on other business partners who can make a transformation in their wealth as well.
Right. I'd love to answer that question. And first off, I would say what's changed is because I've taken this on as my business, I've also been able to take on more of the similar values that I have with the business in regards to how we're caring for our planet. Taking on this business is one of the ways I'm caring for my planet.
Yes.
And that sincerity that comes from Dave and Amy is an inspiration to me. I'm not trying to pull anybody along. I'm trying to catch up with they're doing the acts that my value wants. And you too, you know, that everybody in the company is helping me rise up.
Mm.
And I mentioned this to other friends who are entrepreneurs about how good the marketing is. And one of the reasons I keep going back to that is because that is also done with authenticity and value instead of a purpose of how many am I going to reach with this one goal. It's not, I want you to buy this. It's, this is what we're doing. This is a movement. This is a lot more than buying a product. It was so fantastic to have my niece here recently. And she had a bunch of friends with her, and we came out to ride bikes and so forth, and they're all from Berkeley. And they were talking about the cost of food and the cost of living in Berkeley, California. And at $100,000 a year, she's at poverty level. That's considered poverty level in Berkeley, California. And she works for a nonprofit too, one of the biggest in the world. You know, it doesn't matter. Living costs a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, her projects change. So that means her job fluctuations can change. It's not her own business. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry if I'm leaving your question, but I kind of want to go back to that importance and that job security of creating multiple streams of income. And to hear about their cost of living and to see the rising cost of living here in Colorado, and it's spreading everywhere. You know, COVID has changed the face of us. But to see that and not take advantage, or not so much not take advantage. My dad always said, learn to take care of yourself because nobody else will. To be open-minded and be open-eyed and say, I'm going to create another source of income for myself. So that has changed, and also in the way that I can spend my entire day, and some days I have to, with real estate. That's just the nature of the beast. But I can pick up this business at 7 o'clock at night with a cup of tea on my big comfy chair in our bedroom. Mm-hmm. And I can also do that, and I do. I spend time with every single business every day, all three businesses with Yoga Wrap. There's always probably, 3 hours a month is what I say in customer service, and that has to be done. And then with real estate, I can do that throughout the day, but I can also do it on the computer because 80% of real estate business is done on the computer as well. That brings on one other point, though, that I love so much with this business. There's training on how to spend time at my computer. When you're creating your own automated systems with your other business, like Yoga Wrap I did, I have to figure it all out on my own. So my appreciation for the support I'm getting from this business, that it hasn't changed. I didn't know it could be this good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
You taking the time to do this with me and allowing me to share. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, Gooch. You have so much wonderful knowledge to share. And I just want to speak to your ability to time manage, because I know coming into this business as an entrepreneur, that's something we all have to learn, is how to time manage the other businesses we have going in life. Some of us do this as our main business. What kind of things have you found that have been helpful in terms of fitting this business into your life? Like you said, you can curl up on the couch and drink some tea and do it. But what are some of the ways that you time manage so that you can do this business with flexibility and basically whenever you want?
Well, I'll use follow-up, for example, because I run into friends all throughout the day somewhere on a trail, on a dance floor, wherever, and there's always a comment or somehow the conversation comes up of how Purium can help in some way. And that's, I'll warn people, that's also why the majority of us have started the business, is because you feel so good. You meet somebody with the same issue that you had, or you know that this superfoods will help, and you're obligated. I always remember your mom as a yoga teacher saying, I'm obligated to instruct you. I'm not obligated to keep quiet, so we want to share. And sometimes we're afraid to do that. But, um, oh, I just lost my train of thought. What was the question though? I'm sorry.
Just how you time manage all your business.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, with that being said, as soon as I come home, I'm always writing down. I've got a book called Lists, and I got one for a couple brand partners when we went to Hawaii, and it was so great because it said list right there. And so I can write down all those people's names when I come home. And then I usually do my yoga at night when everybody's asleep here at my house. And that's when I have a constant list of people that I'm looking at. And you have these wonderful tracker sheets that somebody said do them at night. And that really helped me a lot to write down those at the end of the day. But back to the question, so I write down all the names at night, and then I know in the morning if I can text everybody while I'm waking up and on the couch with Nathan in the morning, if I can do 10 names in the morning that were on my list that I put on the night before, then I'll have throughout the day to hear from them, hopefully. And then I have all kinds of things going on throughout my day. But right between, before I have to start dinner and everybody's getting home about 5:30 to 6:30, that's my time usually out here on the back porch where I go through that list again. Okay, who followed up? Who do I need to give better service to? What customer do I know? So that's how I manage that time as far as dealing with my customers. And that inspiration really has come from one of the early trainings with you guys on time management. And I'm one of those people like Carrie, where an hour and a half is really hard. But 2 45 minutes an hour slots, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's great. And I mean, this is a people and relationship business. And I know in the beginning you said that is so important to you to be in relationship with people. So really the meat of what we do is thinking about people in our lives that we care about, people we know, friends, family, and thinking about, how can I provide a solution? Because here with Purium, we offer so many solutions. We offer wonderful health solutions. We offer solutions in terms of creating your own online business. We offer solutions of community support and training. And we offer solutions of really getting into learning about authentic storytelling and communicating, like you were talking about, Gooch. And I think one of the reasons that you really excel in this platform is because you are such a genuine storyteller. And that's one of the main marketing tactics we use, is just tell your story and see who will be impacted by your story and by your passion. So if you could just leave, we're kind of winding down now, but I would love to hear from you, Gooch. If there's someone on this call that's watching, that's kind of on the fence, they're learning about Purium, they're learning about how to create multiple streams of income, they want to dabble in this online business, what would you tell them? Why would you tell them to get started? And what would be some of your advice?
I think for the cost of starting a business, this is the most minimal investment you can come. That's my first number one. I mean, especially since it was 500 when I started, and it was 1,000 I think when you started, and since COVID, it's for $179 when you get the core four. You can get the business. That's enormous. That's one of the biggest benefits, whether you even pursue this business, because I use everything I've learned here in my yoga wrap and my real estate business too. I mean, the internet doesn't mean more time. It means less time because of systems. There are systems in place and you can tap into those. But that right there, you've got to be intelligent enough to have an understanding of every era. Oh, I don't like the computer. I don't want the internet. let that go, because that's the way life is. The more you learn about that, the better it's going to be. And then you can find more time because of these systems. That's the other one too, especially getting older. And you could explain on this too, more than me, because you're living it. But to create a sustainable income, to create an income, a retirement plan income, to the reason that Yoga Wrap does so good as an automated business is because I put 6 to 7 years of heavy duty hard work and thousands in marketing. I can do that with this business without spending thousands and thousands of marketing, with being part of the most supportive, loving community. I mean, I'm so grateful for that. That right there is so valuable, because I know what it is to be in business for myself. And those two things right there, that's not even talking about the actual product that is so fantastic. High generative, nutrient rich foods, which should be all over the world. That should not be a rare thing. And I don't want it to be a rare thing. I keep saying the pockets of us are growing bigger.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are. And the knowledge of how we've got to stop the glyphosate.
Mm-hmm.
Other countries are stopping it. We can do it too. And I want to be on that leading edge. I want to be part of the solution.
Yep. Yeah. Beautifully put. And that's really our goal here at the Superfood Social Community, is to be part of the solution, to actively be doing work that is making an impact, and then also creating an income for us so that we can trickle out that impact even further and wider. And I love that you said that everyone should have access to regenerative nutrition, because that is the goal of our founder, Dave Sandoval. That's his vision, is that everyone will have a power shake, one of our green living superfoods, in their home in replacement to a Coca-Cola, and it'll accessible to all. So that's what we're doing here as a Superfood Social Community. We are using our networks and our communities to spread the word and educate around healthy living and lifestyle, and how to create freedom in our lives so that we can, again, trickle that out to other people and be more in our power as a community and a group. So I just honor you so much, Laura Guccione. I want to just give you props, because this is her very first Instagram live ever, which is cool. So she's always on the leading edge of like, okay, sure, I'll try this. I'll be part of this internet online community. And you're doing it so beautifully and so gracefully. And if you're curious to learn more, just simply reach out to the person who invited you to this call. As Laura Guccione was saying, you can get started with us for as little as $180. We also have a ULT, Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, with our Performance Pack, which is our athlete products and our regenerative nutrition. And you can get started in your own health transformation, and then also share that with friends and family. So, Gooch, before we go, I just want to ask you one question. What is your favorite product that we have? Because I know you're an avid athlete and you're also a health enthusiast. What's your favorite product?
Actually, it'd be a toss-up between Power Shake and aminos, but I would probably say the amino acids, because I always love to pop 5 in the morning, but I totally know if I'm skiing hard more than 3 hours, I'll pop 3 more amino acids. Or if I'm on a bike ride that's extending over 3 hours, I pop the amino acids.
Yeah.
But I love to have a Power Shake too.
I know. I can't just pick one if you had to ask me.
And then I'm crazy about MVP chocolate.
Yes. Well, we have so many amazing organic nutrition products to check out, and you can get started simply as a customer. But if there's any part of you that's like, yes, this is a movement I would like to be part of, please reach out to your friend who invited you. You can check out our Superfood Social Instagram page for more interviews. Like I said, we're a very diverse community of people coming from all different walks of life, and many of us are figuring out how to make this an actual sustainable income so we can pursue other entrepreneurial endeavors, or for me personally, it's to pursue more time with my family and be able to work from home and all those beautiful things. So thank you, Laura, for your time. Thank you for your words. And thank you, everyone, for being on this call. We hope to see you soon.